Hi, I'm Jake Warren, skateboarder for over 30 years now. We're down at Coastline, downtown Victoria, with Eric, who's a local skateboarder here in town as well. He's gonna basically teach us what we need to start skateboarding, and then we're gonna talk about safety as well. So Eric, I wanna ride just a basic skateboard, transportational uses, maybe take it to the park. Tell me what I need.
You got a couple different options, you know. You can get more of like a cruiser kind of shape, where it's got a bigger nose, a little bit more tapered in, and a little bit weirder of a tail compared to your normal skateboard, which will basically be twin on either both sides. You have round and round. This is basically 7 plies of Canadian maple. As you can see, it's not perfectly straight and flat. It's actually got a contour to it. Right. So it will, when you're skating it, you will feel a lot of different points on the board, which will help you do different tricks and everything like that as well. For the most part, everybody around Victoria usually rides about an 8.25 to an 8.5 inch skateboard. And most of the decks, they are about 32 inches long. Some will be a little bit longer, and it's all personal preference.
So I've got the deck, we've picked one out, it's pretty standard. Now what else do I need?
After that, you have trucks,
This is a truck?
That's a truck obviously. There, yeah. So you got your hanger, you got your kingpin, you got your axle nuts, and you have your base plate. There's actually a couple pivot cups with a pivot cup right there. And then there's the bushings and everything like that. This basically will allow you to turn. If you want a tight turn, you can loosen it up and you'll have really tight, sharp turns. Or if you want slow, rounded turns, you can tighten up the truck. And that'll make it go a lot slower for turning. Riser pad basically sits between the board and the truck, allowing you to have bigger wheels on your board for transportation uses.
So for safety concerns and safety reasons, we don't want wheel bite, so a riser pad might be a good idea, depending on the type of truck and the type of wheel.
Definitely.
Tell me about wheels then, because there's lots of different colors and there's lots of different hardnesses, I know.
My favorite's just the Formula 4s by Spitfire. Best wheel I've ever ridden. You can get, skate park Formula 1s, there's street tech Formula 1s for bones, then there's the all-terrain, and the all-terrain ones are basically your cruisery wheels.
So if I'm riding skate parks, bowls, ramps, I might want a harder wheel. If I'm in the streets and I'm on that rough concrete on a regular basis, I might want something a little softer.
Yeah, that is correct.
And then tell me a little bit about bearings, because I know bearings need to go in the wheels to make the whole thing work, right?
Yeah, exactly. The better the quality of the bearing, the longer lasting it will be.
So there's one last thing I need. What's that?
Grip tape.
All right, why do I need grip tape? Oh.
As you can feel, you can see it's a little bit shiny. It's basically just like roofing paper. Super grippy, so you can do your tricks. Your feet will stay on the board, and not slip off.
What's the one thing that doesn't work with skateboards?
The wet coast.
The wet coast. So riding in the rain.
You don't want to take a brand new board and go skate in the rain.
Right. What happens to the wood?
Yeah, it'll get soggy. You'll feel. When you do an ollie, it'll just get really floppy.
So the water's just basically absorbing into the wood. It might not be right away, but slowly over time it starts to soak up the water.
Yeah, definitely. And if you do have a couple chips, you could lead to delamination of the board.
Delamination. We don't want that. Other skateboards have been really popularized lately too. We've got novelty boards, we've got long boards. Tell us a little bit about those.
We have our penny boards. This is a nickel, so it's basically 7.5 inches across, 27 inches up and down. The thing with this is it's basically not your normal skateboard. You can tell right away off the bat. You don't have a nose, and you just got a little bit of a kicktail. Along with that, you do have your soft, cushy wheels here. Obviously makes it really good for transportation. Throw it in your locker, it's locked away for a day. These are more prone to, high school kids or the, professional that wants to get to work real quick.
What about longboards?
This is basically your straight up pin tail. Pin nose.
Looking a lot more like a surfboard or a skimboard.
Exactly, right? You got points on both the nose and the tail here. It goes really small to really wide in the middle, and then back down to small. You got a lot of room here to put your feet and cruise and just have a long, nice cruise.
Right now, I'm at the park a lot these days. I noticed more and more young kids are riding wearing their helmets. Tell me, and that's great, that's a fantastic thing. Tell me about helmets and some of this other safety gear and why it's so important.
Well, knowing from personal experience, you can hit your head. Hitting your head is not fun.
And here at Coastline, you've got helmets to fit all size craniums. You got kid sizes as well.
Yeah, we got kid sizes. We got extra small, small, medium, large. Extra large, double extra large.
What about the other gear?
This is the junior package. So basically, you have your knee pads, your elbow pads, and your wrist guards. as you're falling more and more, you know, everything's going to start to, you know, get sore and sore.
Sure.
You know, falling on your knees is never fun.
Right.
You'll feel it later on in life. Elbows, exact same. Wrists, same thing. That being said, we do have everything for adults as well.
And I guess this is good for rollerbladers or roller
derbies,
roller
you know?
derby.
There's a lot of stuff that's out there, and then you could use these for.
So I just want to say thanks to Eric and everybody here at Coastline for letting us come in here and check out the boards and the safety equipment and anything. I know that with the new rules and regulations and the bylaw changes here allowing skateboards in the streets of Victoria, that wearing safety gear is a huge part of that. So for everybody out there who's going to be using their boards in the bowls, on the ramps, in the streets, it doesn't matter. Protect yourself as much as you can. Wear as much reflective clothing as you can. Wear a light at night. And get yourself some of this really important safety gear. Thanks, Eric, for your time, man.
No worries.
Really appreciate it.